Hi, this is Susan Newton, and I am here again. This is 2 videos today. Electra and friends would like to chat a little bit about what it actually means to be a spirit in human form. Actually, I would like to chat about that just a little bit. I've actually had someone ask me that. Well, what does that mean? Why would you put that on a business card, or why would you write that in a document? What does bringing heaven upon earth mean? Well, in my opinion, and what I know to be true, which of course is always important to share, because whatever resonates with you, wonderful, and whatever doesn't, that's wonderful too. We all have different ways of learning and understanding and being here on this planet. That's actually part of what, in my opinion, heaven on earth actually is. When I talk about heaven on earth, what I have learned and what has been shown to me and what I've experienced myself is that we always have choices on how it is that we want to interact. And we have different parts of ourselves that are constantly presenting. Sometimes there are parts that are more densely vibrating. In other words, they're angry, or they're sad, or they're agitated or frustrated, annoyed. Any of those adjectives that would describe that denser or slower moving energetic vibration. And what I know to be true about spirit, or the higher levels of energetic vibration, are that they are literally lighter. They're faster moving. They're filled with a lightness and a beauty that comes from what exists within our heart space. And sometimes when our mind gets caught up more than it needs to, our heart space isn't able to be heard. So to me, bringing heaven upon earth, being a spirit in human form, has to do with our ability to consciously choose, first of all, to accept all of it, because we live here in all of it. To say that something is right or wrong or good or bad is disowning something, creating separateness. But to look at something and describe how it makes you feel and interact with it from a more clear perspective rather than a denser energy of anger. And furthermore, if the anger needs to come up and out, then addressing it is very important. But again, by addressing it, you're able to automatically lift it up to that other space of more lightheartedness, literally lightheartedness. What exists in our heart is lighter. It is more joyous and clear and embracing and unconditionally loving. It is discernment. And so we can sit all day long if we want and say, okay, we're going to meditate and breathe and close your eyes and imagine that, quote, light and love coming into your space. But guess what, you guys? It's not going to do anything if it's just sitting in your space. We are physical beings. And so in order to bring heaven upon earth, in my opinion, and from what I know to be true, and from what I've experienced, is the ability to, yes, call forth that love and light, also in your knowledge and your understanding of it. So you call it forth, you can imagine it and you can see it, but you can also learn about it. And you can then choose to act in that way. So just sitting and calling in the light, that's not all there is to it. Because to actually bring heaven upon earth, in my understanding, is to choose to become it. To actually act in a more heartfelt and beautiful way. In all of your relationships, I see it so much that people can talk about a concept and they will say, I blah, 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 blah. And then they turn around in their own life and they do something that's completely opposite of that. To me, that looks like the religious person who walks their body into the church every Sunday and sits down and asks for forgiveness for something that they think they've done wrong. And then they walk out the door and they do that same thing over again. That to me is separateness. That's separateness from what your core is, that essence of divine love. But when you in your daily life actually choose to be love and to interact and to communicate and to accept what's going on and interact with it rather than to shun it or create that void of separateness by not accepting that it's occurring, that, in my opinion, is opposite of bringing heaven upon earth. So that's what I know to be true. That's what I love to share with people, is how to communicate and how to interact. And what my definition of heaven upon earth is. It's actually being that essence, that divine beauty and essence of the divine mind, the universal mind, the spirituality that we're all connected to. Actually being that, not just talking about it, but actually being it, walking your talk, making the choices that allow that to come into existence through physical form in the best way that you're able to do it in every moment of every day. Okay, I'm going to let Electra and friends come through real quickly. We are here and we're very excited to be here in this space and time. It is always our desire to share insights and wisdoms with those who are willing to listen and who are asking for it. There are many of you in this time frame who are requesting our presence. And of course, because you live in your free will society, it is your request of it coming forth that allows for us to interact with you. And as you choose to interact with yourself through your heart space, you literally create that connection, that bridge within you that allows for the energy to come to you and through you. That, dear ones, is your heaven upon earth. It is what you already are coming into existence in your space and time, in your point of empowerment. Each and every one of you are a beautiful spirit in human form who exists upon this earth plane. You are the ones who are able to co-create, bringing heaven upon earth, becoming heaven upon earth, understanding and knowing that it is already all existing here, and it is just your choice to come into alignment with it that allows for it to be in your existence more fully and completely. Thank you for your playfulness. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your honesty and your ability to create shifts in your life that allow for the energies to be accepted and loved and brought forth with beauty and joy. Namaste. We love you so much. Thank you. Again, as always, it is my honor and my pleasure to allow Electra and friends to come forth as frequently as they would like to. And seeing as though they chat with me all the time, this video provides me a way to share it with everyone on a more regular basis. So that's something that I'm going to be doing more and more of. And I'll be posting it on my YouTube site, which is Susan Newton. It will also be able to be accessed through my website, which is blessingsfromspirit.com, as well as by calling me at 614-214-8574. You can also contact me at my Facebook page, which is Susan Newton, as well as a page and a group called Blessings from Spirit. I also have a radio show every Sunday evening from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on USC Radio and Television Productions on Blog Talk Radio. I'm very excited to speak with you and to interact with you. Thank you. Much love.